we make friends with all the sort of big glue brands. You know, I've been making friends with the marketing people and the research people in, you know, Produc and Blue Tack and all of that. And they're all really helpful, and they did help us in developing it by giving us bits of advice and things. But none of them were prepared to put the money up to get Sugru out onto the market. And in fact, at one presentation, I did a big presentation which I spent about 3 weeks on in Germany with some very important people in the glue industry. And at the end of the pitch, the marketing director of this company said to me, you know, Jane, fantastic. And I think they were all really inspired, and they were all going to go off and have great ideas themselves then. But he sort of said, yeah, well, Jane, you know, just to bring you up on one thing, because my presentation was all about, look, people love their stuff. They really want to be able to repair it. They really want to be able to adapt it. They want to keep it going. They don't want to buy new stuff all the time, things like this. And they're just like, yeah, about that, you know, we've kind of been in this business a long time, and people don't love glue like this. And I was just like, okay. And I went home a bit deflated, and with my tail between my legs. And but then, like, I looked on my laptop, and I had all these pictures from like there was somewhere between 100 and 200 people who'd been trying it out and who'd been giving us feedback and doing all this like amazingly diverse stuff. And they were all saying they loved it. And I loved it. So I was just like, we're going to do this. And so the bunch of us got together, the graphic designers that I mentioned, or just the whole bunch of us got together and said, look, okay, we've got a limited amount of money which we had got from this investment. Let's build our own brand. Let's do it ourselves. If no one else is going to do it, we could wait around forever, or we can do it ourselves. So that's what we did, and we basically had money that we could do very small production runs. So we basically converted our lab into a little production place. We built this extrusion machine, which is basically like a glorified sausage machine, which would squirt out exact amounts, and we'd squirt them into little packets. We had to do our packaging design, and the packaging had to be gorgeous. You know, like, there's no point in putting something out into the world unless it was like better than what the glue companies would do. Because if you're going to, like, you can't be not as good, you better be better. So, and then web, you know, we had to design our website so that, like, when people came across it, that they would go, damn, that's exciting. Not like, oh, there's another glue. So, because it had to communicate why we were so excited about things, that, like, you know, we really do want to keep our stuff going longer. We do want to modify it. We want to be able to change it. And those are the things we were excited about communicating. So, yeah, loads of hard work, as always. My sister came down for a few weekends and spent, like, hours and hours labeling up the packs with me. So it was just before last Christmas, 1st of December, and we had 1,000 packs, and it took us like probably 2 months to make those 1,000 packs. And we thought, okay, well, it'll probably go like fairly slowly now, but hopefully people might want to buy them for Christmas presents and things like that. And then what happened was we got an interest from a journalist in one of the newspapers in England that has a technology blog called the Gadget Inspectors. And he got interested in it, and he was like, okay, I think, like, this is going to be cool for people in their offices and gadgets, and they're going to want to modify their phones and all this kind of stuff. So he did a video, and basically it just kind of caught people's imagination on the internet, and we ended up selling out the 1,000 packs in 6 hours. So, like, after 6 years of no one knowing about us and us being in the back room, it was kind of quite amazing to, like, go, oh my god, the internet, like, it's like, what is this scary thing? And so from there, basically, because we only had those packs, and there was no way, like, if that was what the demand was, there was no way we could keep going in our setup that we had. So by doing that, what we did was people on the net got in contact with us that were investors. So instead of me, like, pitching all my 100 pitches, I didn't have to do any pitches, because the people that were contacting us now were actually people that loved the story and loved the product. So they were just kind of like, you know, some investor like they're all over the place, in Melbourne, in Chicago, in London, in Germany, wherever, and they're all sort of saying, can I be a part of this? And so we were able to raise the funding then that we needed to build our little factory, which we have. And we've done that through the first 6 months of this year, which was a massive learning curve as well. And we had to bring new people into our team that are production engineers, and so we've moved out of this sort of, we still obviously have a big science part because we're constantly improving and doing the next thing, but we now have a production, we're a manufacturer, so that's a really big step. It's quite incredible to see huge amounts of, because we'd always been working in the lab with like little bits and stuff. It's quite exciting to see a big machine with a lot. So that brings us up to where we are now, and we have a growing community of people online that are showing off what they've done, and this is a selection. So this is someone I think in Ireland actually, someone here that has done his camera, and he's like, yeah, but it could have been black, but what's the point in hacking something if no one notices? And I loved that, because that was, when I got that email, I was just like, yeah, cool, it's doing what it's supposed to do. That's a tap, so just like, so annoying, they install a tap that's too short for the sink and it just dribbles. And so somebody's very cleverly made a little hack on the tap, which is lovely. Another water one, that's a water sprinkler that somebody sent me, and they're just like, yeah, my water sprinkler is always shooting too high and it just like goes off the grass. And he's just put these two little caps on there and it just like solved the problem, and it's just like, great. Apple earbuds, yeah, like somebody's going, this is Flo, he's in Austria, and he's like, it's really, why are they so uncomfortable? And he's just molded this bit of wire around. Really cute. Just the thing went missing. How's he supposed to get his dinner? Oh, that one is like, it's an old car from East Berlin Airport or something, and this lady in Holland has it, and she was like, oh, she was emailing me, there's this piece in the front where the windscreen is attached, and I've been keeping duct tape on it for months, and like whenever it rains, the rain comes down directly onto my knee and right into my shoe. And I was like, that's so weird. And she's like, yeah, she just put a piece of Sugru on there, because she's like, she couldn't afford to go to the mechanic or whatever. That somebody's done like really neat. Some people that just kind of put it on and they're like, it's all about the function, and then some people are really skilled and they make it look like it's almost like bought in a shop. Again, like, it's just like, how many intercoms are like that? Like, when you put the receiver on, it just falls. And I just love, somebody just sent me that. It's just like, it's such an old thing. She said, I've had this problem like all my life and I've just lived with it. And now she doesn't have to. That is a really nice one. It's a guy who's he's doing something in biodiversity, and he was going on a trip to Borneo, and he wanted to be able to film close up with a macro lens, but he couldn't find a camera that was waterproof enough and have a macro lens. So he got the waterproof enough camera and then made his own macro lens, which is pretty awesome. This was somebody, a guy, I think he's in San Francisco. He really, really hates that having to throw out a bottle of lotion with still like a centimetre in the bottom because it's so hard to get it out. So he's made this little device where he can screw it onto one and then screw the other one into it to remove the last bit. So you can tell, like, yeah, some of the things are pretty geeky, but they're really, I love that. It's just so clever. That's like a door. So this girl, Barbara, she's in Holland, and she, every day, she's an artist, and her studio door, the wind would rattle the door every day, and she just listened to a constant metal on metal, and she just made this little padding, and it's just like no more noise, which she's really happy about. That I was totally bowled over. Like somebody sent me that there was 3 cracks in his iPhone case on the back, and he was like, "Oh, I'm really worried the cracks are going to spread." And then he started putting a bit of Sugru on, and then he just kind of got totally carried away. That's a really clever one, I thought. It's like somebody that sent me their remote control didn't do everything that they wanted it to do, so she bought this universal one in the pound shop and stuck it on the back, so she's got everything she needs. Yeah, like repairs, things like that I'd love. Like, you know, it's something that the button went on it, so it wasn't waterproof anymore, and so it couldn't be used, and it's just made a new flexible button on the toothbrush. That I thought was so cute. Like, you know, scuffed black shoes, it's so true, like they just look awful, and she's just put these little caps on there. And what I love about that as well, it's like almost become a little design feature, you know. That one as well, you know, just like how many irons just fall over all the time. It's like that one. It's an old flask, an old thermos flask, and I just thought, you know, how amazing to take something old and just by that simple addition of the little feet, almost looks like a space rocket, or I don't know. There's something kind of really. It's like upcycling or whatever, isn't it? That one, I was super excited. He went to the North Pole with Sugru on his ski poles. So where am I up to? Yeah, the last slide, I was basically going to show our community and how it's growing. And there's, you know, really, I'm so excited that in the way that it's possible to grow Sugru now, because, like I said, it doesn't have to be about people buying things off a shelf. The possibilities now with the internet, that you can have a shop, because I worked when I was a teenager. My mum's family have a pharmacy in Kilkenny, and I worked, you know, in the pharmacy there, taking care of customers and whatever. And I think the lovely thing about the internet now is that you can actually have personal shops like that. So we provide like support. So people want to fix their fridge door or whatever, they come to us and sort of say, well, how will I do it and whatever. So there's obviously, you know, they're buying the Sugru, but there's also a whole sort of support around it, and also just like fun around it as well. People suggesting ideas to each other and things like that, which is super exciting. And just in terms of next steps, that's really how we plan to continue to grow. We hope that we can continue to grow the community and the enthusiasm for it. And we already have quite an international customer base, I guess, or user base. 40% of our sales go to America, 25% are in the UK, and the rest are around the world. And we're selling to people in 63 countries. So, but all from our little base, you know, and it just shows the possibility of what it's possible to do with a little team of people. You can actually, with the internet, you can access like-minded people everywhere. You know, I've had conversations with people in Brazil while they've been, you know, heading out to fix their lawnmower, you know, or things like that. It's quite bizarre, but very, very enjoyable. So I think I'll leave it there.